It is race time. It's fog racing. It is the F1 Manager return to Glory Series for Williams. It is now time to put our money where our mouth is. We're heading to Bahrain and we're looking for a good result to start this season. Welcome back, guys, to the channel. I cannot wait for this. We're lining up 14th and 16th.
And the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here.
And there's our team right there, preparing for the race, looking for a good weekend. It's been decent so far, but we need to finish the job. It is the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Bahrain International Circuit, and we're expecting a cloudy race, so no rain. Obviously, in qualifying, we managed to get a decent, I'd say decent results. We got 14th and 16th. I was content with that. You know, it's not that bad. We got a car into Q2. We almost got both cars into Q2, in fact. So, yeah, very happy with that. And just a quick reminder, Albon's race target is 14th or higher, and Sargent is 19th or higher. Right now, I'm really fancying Sargent to get at least 19th. All he needs is to finish ahead of one car or to have one car retire. So he really should get 19th. As for Albon, he is starting 14th. So as long as he doesn't fall back, he'll be okay. However, he's got Piastri in 15th, and you would expect that McLaren to come through pretty damn fast. So yeah, it's going to be tougher for Albon, but there is a bigger risk. There is more reward for Albon. So we totally accept that. As for the strategy, do we start both guys on the soft tyres? There's no idea. There's no way of telling what the other drivers will start on, which is disappointing, because I would kind of like to know. Now, I do expect a safety car, so I'm actually going to put both guys down 2 laps in the fuel. We're going to put them both down to 55. Car setup for Sargent is 92, which is not bad, and it's 97 for Albon. Both drivers will push at the very beginning of the race, at least for the first couple of laps. We're going to push like our lives depend on it. But as for the tyres, man, honestly, I'm not sure. Do we go? I think I'm going to put Sargent on this strategy. Does it lose you any time? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced this one loses you time. I'm gonna put Sargent on the mediums to begin with, and we're going to keep Albon on the softs. And this might come back to haunt me, but I feel like we're also mixing it up a little bit. So, yeah, let's get into it, guys. First race of the season. I am absolutely buzzing.
With us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. And the cameras now shift to Sergio Perez, concentrating on the race ahead.
P3 is a decent starting position, and they should get a good haul of points if they play the race right.
And it looks like we're good to go. Here we go.
And here we go then. That is it. The 5 lights about to go. Max Verstappen leads Leclerc at the front, and we are off. It's Verstappen with a decent getaway. Verstappen and Perez right behind, but what about down the bottom of the grid? You've got Albon, we've dropped down a place already. Albon getting overtaken by Piastri. It looks like Sargent's dropped a few places as well. But at the front of the grid, it's a Red Bull 1-2. Max Verstappen with a good start. Perez follows him, and he's got the jump on Leclerc, which is not good news for Red Bull. But speaking of not good news, we are currently behind Piastri, and you would probably expect that, but I wasn't wanting Sargent to lose a place, and that's exactly what he has done to Ocon. If we check the tyres, see Sargent and Ocon both on mediums. Albon is on softs, Bottas on mediums, Alonso on mediums, Tsunoda on mediums, Leclerc on mediums. Maybe that explains why he got beat off the line there. Maybe he was just, you know, disappointing to lose that spot. Maybe if he was on the softs, he'd have stayed in front. So interesting to see. But oh, up front we've got Albon making the move on Piastri. So I wasn't expecting Albon to come back there so quickly, but that's crazy. Albon just not waiting around. He's not willing, he's not content to just let Piastri pull away into the distance, and we'll see that replay here. I mean, we don't expect Albon to beat Piastri, but he wants to at least stay in front for, I guess, a little while longer, and Albon puts in a good move there. So yeah, content with that. Good stuff from Albon, and now we're going to see what he can do. But it's probably now time to go a little bit easy here on the tyres, and yeah, let's see. Can we maybe make a maybe we can make a move straight away here on Hulkenberg, potentially. Can we make this happen? We're stuck behind him as things stand right now. Ocon is 1.6 behind Piastri. No, what's happening here? There's a lot of cars, and Albon's going to go for this. We're going to tell Albon actually just to attack into turn 1. Why not? We'll leave Albon on attack a wee bit longer. Sargent at the moment 7 tenths behind Ocon, and he doesn't get anywhere near close enough to make a move. So disappointing there for Sargent, but you know what? We will keep him going. I think we're content with how he's doing as Albon continues to try and put pressure on Hulkenberg. But let's go a bit easy now. Let's turn down the fuel, and let's look after the tyres a little bit as we go conservative. I don't think we're going to go around the outside there. So as things stand, I mean, we're doing okay. I mean, I'm happy with how things are going. Albon just tucking up in behind Hulkenberg and Bottas. And already Leclerc now has dropped further down, and you can see at the front, I think maybe it's just the medium tyres, but the Red Bulls are beginning to pull away, and if Perez actually thinking about a move on Verstappen, holy crap, Perez wasn't expecting that. Sergio Perez overtakes his teammate on lap 2. That's a bit of a shocker there. But yeah, Perez goes for the overtake, and he makes it. As for Sargent, what's happening here? Sargent against Ocon. Very close here. Logan Sargent not willing to give this move up. And he's all over the back of Ocon. All over the back of Ocon.
Copy that.
And we've got Gasly, Magnussen, and Yo behind us. So Sargent here. He's going to have DRS as well through here. So you know what? I think we're going to push with Sargent to try and make this move. As for Albon. Albon still in front of Piastri, and he's just going to stay tucked behind this battle between Hulkenberg and Bottas at the moment. Bottas, you can see 2 seconds now. Wow, 2 seconds behind. That's not great. 2 seconds behind Alonso, who's beginning to pull off into the distance, and Sargent now still trying to find a way past Ocon. Can he go around the outside? And I think Logan Sargent's made the move. He has. Oh, he had to go off wide. He had to go wide there. He went off the track, but he got the move done. He got it done in the end. Good stuff. And now we can maybe look to just turn things down for Sargent. And as for Albon, it's crucial that we don't fall at the DRS zone. So let's see if we can maybe push a little bit. And yeah, let's see. Oh no, and Sargent's been caught straight away. It looks like we've got Ocon just looking to come straight back at him. Logan Sargent was in front for a little bit, but not for much longer. And Albon now 1.7 behind. So Albon just all of a sudden falling off the pace here from the guys in front, and you know this can happen when you fall out the DRS zone. So and Albon has now been overtaken by Piastri. So that is not good there for Albon. We need to try and come back at those guys. So maybe Piastri can drag us along. That's the game plan. Hopefully Piastri will do that. And as for Sargent, let's see what he can do. And now Magnussen is overtaking Sargent. Sargent now down into 18th place. That's disappointing there. As yeah, we fall down the order. Not great. And we need to try and get some ERS here. At the moment, we're in danger of falling into the grasp of Ocon, which we don't want. And now Sargent has been overtaken by Gasly, so I don't know if it's the medium tyre that's beginning to come back to haunt us here, but we've had Shinoda. Shinoda's had a lock up in turn 1. But yeah, as things stand right now, both our guys not really got pace here. Let's see if we can push. I mean, there's a big 4-way fight up here. And I think it's Shinoda at the moment who is holding everybody up. So I mean we're right pretty much on the back yet now. So Albon, yeah, Albon's just played himself back into contention now. And maybe we can afford to go balanced here.
Need to get into some lift and coast.
Right, what about Sargent? What's Sargent doing? We're in front of Yule, but we're behind Gasly. So with Sargent, I'm kind of just content here. If we maybe try and conserve the fuel while we're stuck behind Gasly, because there's not a lot we can do. If we're going to be stuck behind Gasly, we're going to be stuck behind Gasly. So let's just stay there for now.
Just focus on your tyres.
As for Albon, as for Albon, let's push. I mean, at the moment we're 1 second behind, and we should get into the DRS. If we get into the DRS, we'll be okay. We'll be good. So we got 8 temps. I expect. Will our DRS open up? Yeah, we do have DRS. Good stuff. So let's tactics here. We want to always defend and overtake aggression high, and we'll do the same for Sargent. Now that we're getting into the race, overtake aggression, defend.
Come on. Copy.
Sargent now has got actually back in front of Gasly. So that's pretty decent. As for Albon, what's Albon currently doing? So I mean, tyres are okay, we're on 80%. What's everybody else doing on their tyres? So we've got the best tyre wear of everybody around us. Albon's on 80%. I mean, we're doing okay here. So yeah, at the moment I'd probably like to be a little bit closer to these guys, but I mean we seem to be doing okay, so yeah, let's just let this run for now. And I mean, these guys being slow, they're kind of backing each other up, so that's kind of working for Albon. If we can afford to just sit in there and not lose that much time. Our last lap was a 1:39.4. Those guys are doing a 1:40.1. Albeit, so the cars in front are beginning to pull away, and you're beginning to see a big gap open up. But for who we're actually battling against, I think we're actually doing okay as things stand right now. So you can see Hulkenberg and Bottas. The Piastri's really struggling. It's not been great. Gasly then overtakes Sargent, so that's disappointing to see. But as for Albon, we're just content, sticking behind these guys, and yeah, we stay in the DRS. We should be good. And I just don't want to fall to the DRS zone, but we're in it here, so we should be fine. We're harvesting on the pit straight, and looks like there's a battle going on here into turn 1 again. And it looks like Shinoda's getting caught as well now, so I don't know if Shinoda's got an issue or whatnot, but Sargent once again overtaking Ocon here. It just looks like the Alpines have no pace. No pace whatsoever. We're on lap 7, and Verstappen is re-overtaking Perez up top, so looks like the Red Bulls are beginning to have a decent race. Let's so let's see what's happening here. We're behind. We're going to just let the drivers take control for a little bit, and we're going to skip it a little bit just to see what happens here. So let's just go to ERS Battle Assist is on. I want to make sure that is on as well for, yeah, it is. So yeah, we're going to just let these guys play at this battle for a bit, and let's see what happens. Let's fast forward a little bit then, and we'll see if we can stay within the gap. So Albon there, yeah, Albon's staying with them right now. That's exactly what we want, as we're saving tyres. Happy with that. And Hulkenberg is just slowing everybody up. So yeah, so far so good for us. We'll just stay in behind that little battle. Let's top up. We're on 0.3. Sargent now is at the back end, which is not great. Yeah, so let's go a bit aggressive here. Let's push a little bit. There's a yellow flag for somebody, and it's a crash involved multiple cars. So I'm not sure who this is for, but it looks, oh, it's the two Alpines. This could be a disaster. No way, Alpine. Oh no, that's the last thing they needed.
What was that?
Oh my god, Ocon and Gasly crashing into each other. Jesus. I mean, it's one thing being absolutely shit. It's one thing having no pace. But they were not wanting both of their drivers to collide. That's insane. That is insane. Both drivers just whacking into each other. It's disappointing. Disappointing for sure. As we'll see what Sargent can do. There's damage, it looks like, to Ocon's car. So, and it looks like Gasly as well has pretty bad damage too. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on their lap times to see what they're doing. But what's Albon doing? Let's see. Gasly got a 5-second time penalty. So he is going to pay for that. And I mean, the Alpines are just having a really, really bad race. A race to forget, no doubt about it, as Piastri tries to defend. And Perez has dropped down into 4th spot, so I'm not quite sure what's happened to Perez, but he is going backwards here. As we continue to stay behind Piastri on lap 11. So, yeah, we're going to fast forward a little bit more then.
14.
Sargent is overtaking Yo. That's what I want to see. Good stuff as Albon continues to stay in behind. It looks like Albon's actually got past Bottas and Mag. Oh, we've got in front of Hulkenberg as well. We've got 8 pit stops. So this is crucial. Perez is in the pits. We've got Hulkenberg in the pits. So Perez is going to come out into clean air. I believe he just beats out Gasly. Crucial for Sergio Perez. I got Sargent there. So Perez now out in 15th spot. And we are now 2.2 seconds behind Piastri, who's beginning to pull away, and he's catching up to Shinoda. So let's go aggressive here. It's time to push for Albon. And let's see what the tyre wear is like here. So tyre wear, we're on 63%. Look, we've done a good job. We have done a good job of the tyre wear. We are managing this. Sargent's on 70% on his mediums, so he's doing good. Albon's doing good, and I mean, we can realistically go here. I mean, we could maybe think about converting this into a 1-stop. I mean, maybe Albon can go softs to... Well, that's not good if we get overtaken by Bottas, but I still think with our tyre wear we should be okay. Let's deploy some ERS here. And yeah, there you go. It looks like we've done enough to stay in front. But no, I think with our tyre wear, man, we're opening up the possibilities of 1-stop less. I'm believing that. So anyway, at the moment, I think that's what we've maybe got going for us. So last lap times, we're doing 140s. We are doing 140s. Nobody takes the pit this time. So let's go. Hulkenberg's also in the pit. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on his lap times. As again, Bottas tries to come through on us. We've got Yo in the pits. What's Hulkenberg going to do? Hulkenberg's going a little... Hulkenberg's doing okay. He's put on the softs here. So Hulkenberg... We're going to see what his last lap is. Yo comes out 20th. Nobody beside him. Very disappointing from his perspective. Alright, we've got Ricciardo now in the pits. And there's a yellow flag. Not quite sure for who. There's another crash here. And it looks like it's Shinoda. I think we can see it's Sergio Perez. It's Sergio Perez. And who's he trying to overtake? Well, he's just hit somebody. Sergio Perez just... Who's he hit? Wait, did he... He better not have hit us. He better not have hit... Who did Sergio Perez just hit? Oh my god! Sergio Perez has crashed into the back of fucking Albon. That is insane. I can't believe that.
Tyres are gone.
Tyres? What do you mean tyres are gone? Tyres were fine. What do you mean tyres are gone? We must have got a puncture. That's incredible. Oh my god, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe... Perez has fucked us, man. Right into the back of us. That's insane. We might go on the hards to the end. Or we might go into mediums. That is crazy. Oh man, we've got rear wing damage as well. That is...
Here's the replay.
I cannot believe that, man. Perez, just look at that. Right into the back he is.
Fighting.
The rear wing's damaged. And Albon was doing so well. And now that stupid bastard Perez, man. He's ruined that for us. And he's ruined his own race as well. He was struggling. He pitted first. I can't believe it, man. Cannot believe that. We will have to take to the pits here. I mean, there's a lot of people in the pits. Perez is also in the pits, I believe. Yeah, so I can't believe that. Into the pits we go. We're going to come out in last place. I don't even think. Can we even? I mean, look at the rear wing. That is going to screw us big time, and there's nothing we can do about that.
Oh no, that's a
And we get a pit stop issue as well. We lose a couple of seconds in the pits, so this race has pretty much just been ruined. And Perez gets a 5-second penalty, but that doesn't help me. That 5-second penalty does nothing. We've been shunted out the race. Our rear wing is hanging off. Our race is over. Our race is absolutely over, and it is all Perez. It is all fucking Perez. There's nothing we can do now. We can't fix that. Major damage, suspension, major. There's just nothing. We can't replace it. We're beat. We are pretty much done. I'm not going to retire the car, but at this point, we do need a miracle to get anything with Albon at the race. So let's just forward a bit here with Sargent. I mean, we'll let him continue to run long. I mean, maybe a safety car can do something for Logan Sargent. At this point, I think it makes sense for Sargent to go to a one-stop, and that's probably what we will be doing. So let's skip a bit then, see what Sargent can do. So Sargent's doing 140.3s, and you can see Albon's doing 140.9. So Albon is obviously struggling big time with the pace. Oh, look at that, a 141.1. The pace just isn't there for Albon anymore because Perez has took him out. So yeah, Albon at this point is beat. Albon is just driving to the end. Hulkenberg's overtaking Sargent. Interesting. Right, so at the moment with Sargent, we're just going to keep him going. And Perez overtakes us. That's the last thing we wanted. I almost feel like it'd be worthwhile. Ricardo's had a spin. I almost feel like it would be worthwhile us purposely crashing into Perez just to take him out. Because he fucked our race, so it's like, why shouldn't we just ruin his? But we'll see what happens. We're on 50% here. Piastri's now overtaking us, so yeah. At this point, we're just going to the end of the race. Albon is. I feel like retiring the car for Albon because he's just not going to do anything. I mean, at this point, Albon is pretty much just going to the end. I mean, we can get him to attack, but it's not going to make a difference. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll let Albon push for a bit, and I don't think it's going to make a difference, to be honest. But we'll let him do that. As for Sargent, we can get a bit aggressive here. And let's push a wee bit, and let's deploy. All right, so we're 14th place with Sargent. Perez in the pits again. I cannot stand Perez. He's just ruined my race. He has ruined my race, so... And he takes his time penalty and he still beats us out. So Perez beats us... I mean, it's... You know, it is what it is. But it's not fair. I'll tell you what, it's just not fair. I'm not going to cry like a little bitch, but it's not fair that Perez has been able to make 2 stops, serve his time penalty, and he's still in front of Albon. You know, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. But we'll see what we can do. And Sargent now just continuing to go here. We're on lap 22. I don't think we're going to be able to go on to soft. So, I mean, at this point, it looks like we will just switch on to the hards. And we're going to try and beat the Alpines in the kicks. So that's going to be the goal for Sargent here. As we lose a position to Bottas. But I think we'll get that back, because we'll be pitting first, so I do expect us to get that back. In fact, we're going to start taking life at the tyres, because I think the hard tyres will be more than enough to get to the end at this point. So yeah, let's just push these Let's push. We're going to push the mediums for a few laps. I'm going to ignore that. There's a yellow flag. I'm not quite sure who it's for. But, yeah, let's Hulkenberg lock up. Alright, okay. So we're going to push for a few laps with Sargent. Hulkenberg is in the pits. Sargent's doing 140.2s. Bottas is doing a 38.6. So, I mean, at this point, if we pit Sargent, which I think we're going to do here, we're going to go on to the... So let's go on to standard. Let's go on to conserve. Harvest here. We're going to pit him. So, softs get you up. 32 laps. I'm kind of tempted. Kind of tempted here to actually... I didn't realise that they were that good. Softs could technically get us to the end, but we could go on the hards, and then the hards... If we go on the hards, we can push with the hards, so yeah, we're going to go on the hards. Screw it. I mean, we could maybe get softs to the end, but it's a risk. Then you're basically tiptoeing around the race. If we go on hards, we can push the hards to the end of the race. So, and if we get a safety car, then maybe we can come back in and go on softs. So I think it makes a lot of sense to actually pit this lap and put on the hards. And yeah, we'll do that before Gasly overtakes us. We'll get back out. And yeah, we'll see where we are. But I mean, look at Albon. He's almost a full half a minute now behind Ocon. It's really sad to see. I just feel bad because Albon was having a good race, but now, I mean, look at that, man. We're fucking, man, we're 19th and 20th. So Sargent has then pitted, and where are we? So a little bit concerned that we are so far behind by the looks of things. 14 seconds behind a lot of these guys. So, but we are on the hard tires, so that we should be all right. We should be all right. So let's go into neutral, and let's attack. Let's attack on these tires for a bit, and we'll go balanced on the fuel, and then we'll simulate a few laps here. Let's see if we can. We need to put in some good lap time, so hopefully we can start taking time at the cars in front. And yeah, as expected, we're putting in green. So yeah, 37.7. So we are putting in decent lap times. Yeah, Yo is in the pits, and we'll beat him out as well. So what tires does he put on? He's put on mediums, so it'll be interesting to see what he does. And now Gasly's pitted, and we'll beat him out as well. So we beat Gasly, but Gasly's actually come out not that far behind us. So this could be interesting. I expect Gasly on the soft tyres will be attacking us relatively soon. So we need to be careful. We're going to go into standard here. Let's go into light, actually get these tyres down a little bit. And yeah, you can actually see Gasly now is pretty fast. And we're going to have to defend. Make sure you're defending. Tactics, always defend. And hopefully we can keep Gasly behind us. But it's going to be difficult. We're 8 seconds behind Ocon. We're bringing that gap to Ocon down. I still think we can leapfrog Ocon, Magnussen, and Bottas. Or maybe I don't know if Magnussen's pitting again. I think Magnussen will pit. Bottas will definitely pit. Ricciardo's just set the fastest lap of the race. Interesting. We're bringing down the tyre temps, so we're doing okay here. We're going to standard now. As we look to defend, and you know what? We've let Gasly past us, but I've got a funny feeling we might retake him. So I'm going to stay behind him because I think that we may retake him, and I expect him to pull away, but I don't mind because I think that we'll catch back up towards the end when his tyres go off, or at least that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, we'll just let that go for now, and just yeah, not a lot else we can do really. We'll conserve fuel so we get to the end. Ocon's in the pits. And let's look at the last laps then, see what we're doing. So we're doing a 38. Yo is doing a 37.1. Gasly's doing a 36.2. But I think we'll start catching Gasly towards the end. So I'm not too worried about what Gasly's doing right now. We'll just try and stay as close to him as possible. And then we'll see if we can reel him in. And there's Norris. So Norris actually leading this thing. And Norris is quickly coming through, but I think he may have to pit soon. Norris will be pitting soon, so it's crucial that we actually stay in front. I don't want to be lapped by Norris. We're actually in front of Bottas now as well. So we're staying in front of Bottas. 20 laps to go. And Bottas is on the soft tyre. So Bottas is probably going to get us, and he does get us. So disappointing there. And Yo is now behind us too. We're in 17th place. We're trying to defend against him. And can we... now we've lost it to Yo. So lost it to Joe. Can we fight back? I don't think so. Maybe not. No, we're just... Don't do the Perez tactic. Just don't wipe him out, whatever you do. I believe in fair racing here, and what Perez done certainly was not fair. So, yeah, we've actually done a decent job here of bringing back fuel, so... Let's go to tactics, and we're going to go low overtake. So, I'm happy to stay behind him. I'm happy to stay behind. Yellow flag. I don't know what for. Oh, no way.
You okay?
I think it might be on us. And it is on us. Is there damage though? Ah, there is a... I mean, I seen there's bodywork somewhere. What's damaged though? What is damaged? The front wing's major damaged. Do we bring him in? Do we bring in Sergeant? I think we've got to bring him in. So major damage, right? We'll bring him in and we'll put him on the softs. It's not what we want, but screw it. Major damage. We will. This race is turning into a disaster, but we'll put him on the softs. We'll pit. We'll replace that. Let's go. Oh my god, we missed the pit lane, so we have to wait till next lap. I cannot believe we didn't pit there. So it's going to be next lap then. And Yo's in the pit, so he's probably going to beat us. He's going to beat us out. We got a penalty! What? We got a penalty? That's a joke. That is a joke. And Yo's had a pit stop issue, but we've got a penalty, so... We'll have to serve the penalty when we pit this time around. That's crazy. I mean, I honestly cannot believe that. And Ocon's now going to overtake us when we do go into the pits here. So, this is just turning into be a disaster. Into the pits we go. I mean, at this point, we really do need a safety car. I'm sure Albon's sitting there praying for a safety car as well. But into the pits we go. We have to wait the 5 seconds. Yeah, Joe's going to beat us out. Yeah, Joe's going to beat us out. Yeah, there you go, Joe then. Joe's in front of us and he's on softs, and yeah, we're probably beat. So, yeah, is what it is. We'll attack on these tiles. Why not?
Behind is Alex.
So, let's just let Sergeant attack those tyres for a bit, and we have to allow Hamilton past us. That's very disappointing, but yeah, let's just let him go, and we'll see what Albon can do. Albon's just at the moment it's very disappointing. Sergeant then gets overtaken, and we will just turn that down, go light on the tyres here, we'll go conserve, and at the moment we're doing a 36.5, which is not great. So 30, we have to pit Albon. I almost forgot about Albon, to be honest. It's just the fact, you know, we'll put Albon on softs and we'll let him attack towards the end. Not that it's going to matter because there's nothing he can really do. Let's see what we're doing. Are we catching you? We're 2.6 behind. So at the moment we're not really catching Joe. We're trying, but it doesn't look like there's much happening here, so... got Piastri now behind us in 7th place, so... I mean, we were battling Piastri with Albon at the beginning, and now he's about to lap us. Norris there with 32.1. Max Verstappen leads the way, 4 seconds in front of Charles Leclerc. Sargent now finds himself 2.9 seconds behind you. And yeah, oh, okay, so we've got enough fuel so we can attack now. Let's attack here. 2.1, 1.8. Okay, so we're beginning to close the gap here. So let's focus on this. I know it's only one place, but I mean, you know what? Every place counts. Every position counts. So we're going to stay in behind them. We're going to come round here. We're going to hit attack. We're going to push the fuel. We're going to deploy. And we are going to overtake high aggression. And we should get past them. We do get past them. We're up into 18th place. So congratulations, Logan Sargent. And do we want to see the replay? Yeah, why not? We don't have much to celebrate this race. So let's celebrate this. Logan Sargent passing Joe down the pit straight. Nice wee manoeuvre there. And we take 18th position. Hopefully now we can push on. Try and break the toe. And just see if we can get ahead enough. And we've got 1.4 gap already. So just push here. And then maybe we'll turn that down a little bit. And then go balanced on that. And yeah, we've got 2.9 gap. So I think we've done enough. We've managed to get in front. And I'm happy with that. I'm content with that. Let's just go conservative on the tyres. And yeah, that should do us. Yeah, we've turned down the tyre temp. So we're good here. We're good. We're very good. And that should do us then. So let's just we're on 64%. We've got better tyres, so yeah, I'm content with that. Can we catch anybody else in front of us? Probably not. I don't think so. So yeah, we've got a 5-second gap. We are what? We're 8.5 behind Ocon. We're 8.5 behind Ocon, and yeah, we need to save the fuel then, I guess. So here we go. What's Sargent going to do? So we're 8.5 behind Ocon. I don't think we can realistically do anything, but let's attack. Let's push for a lap here
18.
with Sargent, and then we'll see if we can get any closer. Got the gap now under 8 seconds, but there's a yellow flag. So, oh my God, Sargent spun. So there you go. We're trying to push to catch Ocon, and we've just spun it. And will that might allow Joe in front of us again. Did we get back in front of Joe? I think we did. We did somehow.
Yeah, good.
But we've killed the tyres. Sargent has completely killed the tyres. So now we're going to have to defend like crazy here in order to stay in front of you. Because our tyre wear is now 37%. Compared to his 43, and we had much better tyre wear, so yeah, we have done ourselves no favour. No favours at all. And now we just need to try and see this out. We will follow this McLaren of, I think it's Norris. Let's see if we can just follow him to the end. And Yo is now 4 seconds, so we seem to have the pace over Yo. I mean, look at the tyre temp, man, because we spun that. And we're just really killing these tyres, but hopefully we can get them back down to a good temperature. And we will just... It's disappointing, because I actually think we could have maybe caught Ocon if we didn't spin that. We were actually having decent pace there. Frustrating, because Ocon's going slow. But, you know, we lost about 7 seconds on that spin. And we damaged our tyres severely, so... Yeah, just not good. Just a matter of seeing this out now. And we're following the McLaren. 9 seconds, but yeah, not a lot happening at this point. We'll just, I think we'll get closer to the end. 3 laps to go. Leclerc, well, actually, let's look at the front here. Leclerc's got in front of Max Verstappen. But now Max is right behind him. So this is the battle for the win. And it looks like we're going to have Max overtake Leclerc. And Max now into the lead of this Grand Prix, and he's only got what, about a lap and a quarter to hold on. We've got lap cars though, so they're causing problems. We've got Norris in 3rd place. He's going to easily get 3rd. Then it Sainz, Alonso, Hamilton, Russell, Piastri, Tsunoda, Stroll. Perez is not going to get back on to the into the points. I'm glad about that. He doesn't deserve any points, and it looks like Verstappen will probably see this out. That Haas car has done Leclerc dirty there. And I just don't think Leclerc's going to offer a challenge here. He's going to try, but Max, for me, too far ahead at this rate. Verstappen, can he be caught? Second to go. Leclerc not really eating into that. He might get it under a second, and he might get DRS going on to the pit straight, but it's not going to be enough. Even then, I don't think he's going to get it under a second. So, yeah, well, maybe we will. Actually, Leclerc looks like he's gaining a bit of time. He's got it down to 8 tenths, but Max Verstappen will come through to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. He took pole, and now he takes the race win. It's a good day for Verstappen. Not necessarily a good day for Red Bull, though, because as good as Max was, Perez was absolutely shocking. And it's not a good day for Williams. The return to glory is going to be a long return. Down in 18th and 20th position. Sargent, Sargent made a few mistakes. He got the front wing change, he got the time penalty. That explains why he was so far off the pace. But Albon was robbed. I genuinely think Albon probably would have been competing for about 13th position. Maybe 12th. I think Albon could have maybe beat Perez, but it wasn't to be. With us obviously getting shunted from behind. And yeah, in the end, just look at that. Albon finishing a lap behind Joe. That's hard to take.
A lot learned today.
Very hard to take. Finishing a lap behind Joe. And Albon does not look like a happy man. And you can't blame him.
Well, I think most people
You can't blame him. Williams, they know they've got a lot of work to do. This is not their fault. You know, it was just it's a bad weekend, but I don't think it's all down to Williams. Sergio Perez got to take responsibility. But there is the podium. Max Verstappen is on it. You got Charles Leclerc on his right, Piastri on his left. Max celebrates a win. 3 different teams on the podium. And if that's the way this season's going to pan out, it's going to be a good season. It's going to be a competitive season. But yeah, it's Max Verstappen, the reigning world champion, and he starts how he ended last year, dominant, winning, successful, at the front, numero uno, as the Williams boys console themselves. And yeah, I mean, it was bad. It was bad. But you know what? I think there was decent pace in qualifying. I wouldn't be overly upset. I still think that heading into the next weekend, we've got a decent chance to have a good race. I don't believe that is a fair reflection of where we are right now. Obviously, Sargent made a few mistakes, got a time penalty, had to pit an extra time for the front wing, and as we know, Albon taken out by Perez. But there you go, Max Verstappen wins. Lando Norris got the fastest lap. That grabs him an extra point. For us, though, Logan Sargent in 18th, Alexander Albon in 20th. Points, you got RB, Yuki Tsunoda getting a point, finishing above Lance Stroll. Piastri, we had a pretty decent recovery drive, moving up 7 places to get 8th. You had the Mercedes in 6th and 7th. Fernando Alonso moved up 4 spots, really good race from him. Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris also moving up a spot, so pretty much everybody moving up at least 1 spot because of Sergio Perez. That means Max Verstappen leads the Drivers' Championship. Congratulations to him. You know what? I'm actually thinking about it. Maybe we should have retired Albon. But, you know, is what it is. Constructors of Ferrari lead the way. 30 points. Red Bull on 25. McLaren on 20. Mercedes 14. Aston Martin 11. RB on 2, and then we have Haas, Kick Sauber, Alpine, and Williams all yet to score points. And Tsunoda got the fastest pit stop of the race, so congratulations to him. And you can see our pit stops weren't great. Obviously, that pit stop for Sargent was a time penalty, and then Albon's first pit stop, which obviously was caused by Perez, it was a slow pit stop as well, so just disappointing. Sargent gets his race target, 19 for higher. Nobody collects a contract bonus, and obviously Albon misses out on his race target because he finished dead last. And yeah, very, very disappointing race there, guys. We will obviously see how the effects of that race play out. The car for the next race, I mean, yeah, missing parts. We're going to have to fix that. It's a disaster. An absolute disaster, guys. So, well, that's where we're going to end it. We'll be back next time for Saudi Arabia. Hopefully we can bounce back. Very disappointed with that race. It's not Albon's fault, but yeah, that's not going to make me feel any better. We'll be back next time. Hopefully we can get some decent results in quali and the race. And Sergio Perez, guys, is a massive prick. That's all I've got to say. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, though, peace.